Hello and welcome to another episode of Historical Churches, where in this episode we will be visiting Holy Trinity Church, Much Wenlock, Shropshire. Holy Trinity was built on the site of a 7th century church founded by St Milburga, though the oldest part of the church we see today dates from the late 12th century. Milburga was the daughter of Mirwell, King of Mercia, who founded a religious community at Much Wenlock. The church was erected by the Clunac monks of Wenlock Priory, beginning around 1150. The church is built partly in stone from the old priory and consists of a nave, south aisle and chapel, a south porch, a chancel and a west tower. As you look closely, you can see the different stonework of the building periods. These straight indentures were made by soldiers sharpening arrowheads and spears. The stone was taken from the priory next door, and the markings were made during the priory's existence. Also in the walls you can see a small window, plus a mishmash patch where another window would have been. These would have been windows for an anchoress, a woman who withdrew herself from secular society to lead a life of solace and prayer. Inside the church is well kept and offers a quiet place for prayer and reflection. This font probably dates from the Victorian period and has vivid colours which capture your eye. The interior of the church may seem a little plain when compared to others I have visited, but there are still a few bits of interest. Set into the south wall of the sanctuary is a 3-seat sedilla, which is impressive, though the carvings appear to be unfinished. On either side of the sanctuary are a pair of carved corbel heads, which once supported a wooden beam with a hanging fabric screen. At the end of the south aisle is a Norman font, which was lost for many years, and rediscovered in the Victorian period and returned to the church. The church has a pulpit that is Jacobean in age, and though most of the pews are Victorian, you can see that earlier 18th century carved panels have been reused. The chancel is entered through this Norman arch, one of only a few remaining in the country. The graveyard, like the church, is well maintained and is easy to walk around. What I did like was the sign saying to be respectful, as it was a graveyard, something that I have not seen elsewhere. A lot of the graveyard is empty, with no trace of the headstones that once must have filled the ground. There are still a few headstones, some too weather-worn to read, most dating from the 1800s. Most of the graves to have survived are the biggest monuments, which are a pleasure to look at, but most interesting of all for me was this medieval stone coffin. Holy Trinity Church is worth visiting, especially when visiting the priory next door. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for more historical churches. Until then, goodbye.